Let's talk XRP and why it's trending on Twitter. It's the 1st of April. The whole of March I've been tweeting about XRP on my Twitter account together with all the other XRP army, and there's been speculation. Some people have also put it as facts and as truth that the case would have ended. You'd have heard about Judge Torres. If you don't know how she looks, there's a picture on top. And I thought, let me give you a video about this, about how XRP is now at a judgment level, where the judge is at, and what she can decide on the Ripple versus SEC case. So to start off, XRP is a coin, and it's a very popular coin, especially with the XRP army out there and those that understand its utility value. Now, what makes XRP really good is that it's firstly scarce, so there's a limited amount of coins that can be made, so you can't really create more coins. That's the first thing that's quite good about XRP. And the second thing is it's really cheap to, or affordable, and very efficient to shift and move funds. So for you to do a transaction, it goes in an instant, and it is very fast and very efficient. So it's much more cost effective than Bitcoin. And that's what makes it more appealing, because it's a true utility coin. Now, based on that and based on what it can do, the SEC, who is in USA, it's a USA body, they want to try and regulate it, and they are trying to say that, you know what, this thing is actually a security. And by making it security, it's going to make it very tough for XRP to use it in America and to scale, because it will fall under a different base of rules. I don't know that particularly, but what I do know and what I can say is if it is a security, XRP is not going to be able to perform what it's truly supposed to perform, which is the movement of funds fast and efficient. If it can't do that, it will lose its utility value, then drop in price. So if you look at where the coin is going, it's been moving into like a W position. The movement has gone up and down, and it's hovered around your 0.3 cents in dollar terms up to 50 cents for a short while. Now, where does that leave us? We can see that the movement that's going up is really based on the speculation of what the judge will decide. So what can the judge decide? Well, if you look at my Twitter post, there's 3 things the judge can essentially do. She can firstly look at the summary judgment, create one, and say, you know what, let's take this into trial and let a jury decide. If she does that, the question is going to be, what rules is that jury going to use? Because the SEC and USA specifically, they don't really have crypto rules or regulations or any type of guideline is the jury going to use. That's the difficulty. The second thing she can do is you can just say, you know what, this thing's not a security. Ripple wins the case and let business go as usual. That's the other option she has. And that is what the XRP community is hoping. If that does happen, it will be that XRP will most probably reach its all-time high that it had in the past and might go in above that. Second thing she could do, she could say, you know what, there is a penalty, let's settle. And XRP wouldn't mind settling, or Ripple wouldn't mind settling. The issue is, if they settle, the one rule they want and the one thing they're not going to negotiate on is they don't want XRP to be a security. So if they will settle, they'll pay the fine or penalty, whatever the SEC or whatever they come to an agreement. It's just that they will then want XRP not to be a security. And lastly, the judge might as well say, you know what, SEC, you win the case because this XRP is a security, and let's leave it as that. If that does happen, XRP will probably in a short term drop, but it will only affect, I believe, most people are saying, the USA environment. The rest of the world, well, if you look at the Twitter posts and look at how the reserve banks around the world are experimenting with XRP, you can see that they're actually adopting it. So the governments, the monetary policy, and the other type of countries out there, we're speaking about the likes of, I don't have the list in front of me right now on top of my head, but there are countries that are adopting it and are testing it. So that's the positive note when it comes to XRP. Of course, the US market plays a big role in the economy of the global world. Yes, the dollar is maybe going up to crap at the moment, but when it comes to the resources and it comes to affordability and it comes to the market activity in the US, you can't remove them. If you can remove the USA, it's going to be more harder for you as a coin to get the whole global together and to have that global trade. So that's my take on it. So how do you buy XRP? Now, if you're in South Africa, I use a platform called VALR. I have made a video series. It's almost going to be released on your first 7 days using crypto. Now, during those 7 days, I give you the essentials on how you can start to purchase crypto, the reasons why I went into crypto, and why I'm doing this video series about crypto and blockchain. I believe that every single person in South Africa should at least do some research, experiment, and learn what crypto is about. I'm not saying take your whole life savings into crypto, because I'm not a financial advisor, but what I can say is at least research it, get familiar with it, because the way things are going and the way fiat currencies are moving, and if you look at the way banks are printing money, the world is going towards blockchain. The shape and form it will take in the next 5 years, in the maybe medium term, 2 years in the short term, and 10 to 20 years in the long term, we can speculate. But one thing I do know is if you are in the space and you actually put yourself and experiment practically, you will gain some learnings, and it will take you and understand what it is in the future. So that's why and that's my motivation of my 7-day series. So going back to VALR, there's a link below. If you use that link, all it helps you is it helps you save a little bit on fees. It helps me also save a little bit of rewards and fees on my side. So that's a disclaimer out there. I don't get paid by VALR, and VALR as an exchange, there's always those risks. So like the normal risks when it comes to an exchange, which I discuss in my 7-part series, will always be there. So be mindful of that. So cool. It's just a quick explanation how XRP can be purchased on VALR. You can go onto your wallet. So when you go into your wallet, you'll have to put money onto your wallet. So by rands, you'll transfer money from your bank account, and you'll transfer money from your bank account into the VALR exchange. Once it reaches the exchange, you will have then your funds in VALR as a rand value in your wallet. It will then allow you to then swap that rand value into an XRP. And depending on the price on XRP, at the moment is just below 10 rand, and that's where it's at the moment. It was previously, when I first purchased it last year, it was at around about 5 rand 60, I think, 6 rand 20. That's where the range I was purchased at. But it's since, as I said, increased because of the speculation of where the judge is going with her case. So I hope you enjoyed that video. My other videos are more practical. I just thought I'd get it out there. If you do see why XRP is trending all over Twitter and why Judge Torres is so popular on Twitter, at least you know as a South African the reasons why, and your choice if you want to purchase or not. Cool. So for my next video, please look out for the playlist. It will be a 7-part video on how you can get into crypto.